Hi, my name's Corey Quinn. I am the founder of MyCoachMatch.com, where we match clients with great coaches. I'm here with Maria Martinez, life coach. Welcome.
Hey, Corey. Thank you.
Thanks for joining me. Could you share with me why you became a life coach?
Yes, Corey, thank you for having me. Well, I became a life coach a couple of years ago, and as we know, life will take us in several paths. My own path took me to a point where I wanted to reinvent myself. The last few jobs I held were, in fact, very rewarding, but I noticed that I was running low on that passion gas tank, what I call the passion gas tank. And that's nothing but that level of energy and excitement that you feel every day when it's time to go to work. Well, when my tank started to run low, I came to the realization that I wanted to reassess what I wanted from life. And that path, that journey, as I call it, took me to better understanding my values, my skills, my abilities. And when I put all of that together and I blended it with what I love to do the most, which is leading and empowering other people to reach their goals, really the choice of becoming a coach, it was a no-brainer.
Great. Well, that's a great story. Can you share with me, when should someone consider working with you as a life coach?
That's a next question, and in fact, a lot of the people that I speak to, even though they think they need a coach or they're not quite sure whether they need a coach, they always come with that question in their mind. Let me start by saying, to answer that question, let me start by saying or quoting something I heard a while back that helped me get to where I'm at today, and that is that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I would really encourage everyone to pursue their goals and their dreams. Because the truth is that we have so much potential, and most of the time we barely scratch the surface. We barely touch on it and explore it. But I personally work with people that are ready to make a change, that are ready to take their lives to a new level. Typically, they're going through a transition or they're stuck in a change, on a challenge. And unfortunately, a lot of times we're not really ready to invest in ourselves until we experience a level of pain or discomfort. And that's typically when people come to me. But I team up with people that are ready, like I said, to make a change, to do something in their lives. People that want to untap their potential, reach greater levels of success, and live happier, healthier lives. And in my practice, I just give them motivation, accountability, and support so that they can get to that next level. So the reason why somebody will work with me is not just because I'm 100% committed to their success, but because they deserve it. And I want them to hear that message, that they deserve to reach their fullest potential.
Is there an ideal client that you like to work with?
Another good question.
Yeah.
And the answer, I think, for most coaches, is always, what's your niche? What do you specialize in? And for me, Corey, my clients come packaged in different sizes and labels and backgrounds. Typically, people that are successful, that might get stuck. We all get into that funk once in a while.
Sure.
But the common thread for me is somebody that is craving to do more, craving to achieve more, to get to the next level. Recently, I am attracting a lot of men and women, mostly in their midlife, contemplating a change that is going to lead them to a more fulfilling life at a personal and professional levels. Whether that is through health and wellness, which is one of the areas that I'm really an advocate for, or in a career move, in terms of a new leadership approach, in their relationship. The common thread is that deep desire, that craving to do something else with their lives and get to a new level.
Great. So, in your experience, how important is a match between a coach and a client?
For me, that match is paramount. You may find other coaches, other people that don't see it as a deal breaker, but for me, it's important to have a level of chemistry, something in common. Doesn't mean that we're going to agree on absolutely everything every single time, but if there's a certain level of I can relate with you in some extent, I think it brings that ability to relate much faster so that we can make things happen that faster. Having said that, my job as a coach is to get my clients to look at things from a different perspective, to challenge them and to stretch them. But that can be done with respect and with empathy, because we don't know where they're coming from, right? So the way I see it, that match is essential, because it's the foundation for a good coaching relationship and therefore a good coaching experience.
Thank you. Can you share with me a success story?
I would love to. The one that comes to mind, because it's fairly recent, is a client who came to me to work specifically in productivity and goal setting. He just wanted to be on top of his game. And through our work together, we started to explore values and purpose, and what was his life mission, and what was he really trying to accomplish with those goals, and being productive and getting things checked on the to-do list. Well, after a couple of sessions, we realized that it was more about that journey, about not so much about the outcome, although that is really important, but about enjoying each moment, each step of the way, and being present, about increasing that awareness that makes you enjoy, so that the gas tank stays full, or as high as you can have it, and with self-care and putting things in place of continuity, of consistent goal setting, keeping the eye on the prize while taking care of himself, he's been able to achieve that and more. So he's happy, and I couldn't be happier.
Good. That's wonderful. I love that. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today, Maria. Very much appreciate it.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Corey.
Okay, thank you.